Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked at your furnace filter? Not changed, it just looked at it. If you can't remember, you're paying for that. Not in one big bill you'd notice. In a slow drip, month after month, spread across your electric bill, your water bill, your grocery bill, the stuff you replace before it's time. Nobody sells a gadget for this, so nobody talks about it. The truth is, most of the money leaking out of a house doesn't leave through big dumb purchases. It leaves through small, boring neglect. So today I've got 10 habits. None of them are exciting. Not one of them will impress anybody at a dinner party. But together, in my house, they're worth a few $1,000s a year. And I can back that up as we go. Number 1 is the one I'd keep if I had to give up all the others. So stay for that. Let's go. Number 10. Change your furnace filter every month, not every season. The package says every 90 days. The package is being generous to itself. A clogged filter makes your furnace and your air conditioner shove air through a wall of dust, and they burn extra electricity every single hour they run to do it. Then, a few years early, the blower motor dies from working too hard, and now you're on the phone with a repairman. Here's the habit. Buy the cheap filters, a case of them, and change it when you pay the electric bill. Same day, every month. Cheap filter changed often beats expensive filter left in there a year. I'll say that again, because it's backwards from what the store wants you to think. Cheap and often beats fancy and forgotten. Number 9, pull the fridge out and clean the coils. Twice a year. That's it. Behind or underneath your refrigerator, there's a set of coils, and their whole job is to let heat escape. When they're wearing a sweater of dust and pet hair and yours are, I promise the fridge runs longer and harder to do the same job. That's your single biggest appliance, running around the clock, 365 days a year, handicapped. Unplug it, pull it out, and go at the coils with the vacuum and a stiff brush. Takes 15 minutes. And while you're there, check the rubber seal on the door. Shut the door on a dollar bill. If it slides out easy, the cold air's been sliding out too, and you've been paying to refrigerate your kitchen. By the way, habits like these, the boring ones that actually move the needle, I've got a whole book of them. Everything I do to run this house for less, written down in one place. It's on my website, links right below the video. Go grab it if you want it. That's the last you'll hear of it. Number 8, turn your water heater down to 120 degrees. Most of them come from the factory set at 140. And here's the thing, nobody tells you about 140. You can't even use it. It'll scald you. So your household mixes cold water into it at every faucet just to make it bearable. You are paying every day of the year to overheat water and then paying attention to cool it back down. That's like idling your car in the driveway all night so it's warm in the morning. There's a dial on the tank. Turn it to 120. Still plenty hot for dishes, showers, laundry. That one twist of a dial saves most households a chunk every month, forever, and the tank itself lasts longer because it's not cooking its own insides. 2 minutes, once, done. Number 7, clean the dryer vent. The whole vent, not just the little lint screen. Everybody clears the screen. Almost nobody touches the pipe behind the machine, the one that runs to the outside of the house. Lint packs into that pipe year after year, and 2 things happen. First, your dryer runs 2 cycles to do 1 cycle's work, and the dryer is one of the hungriest machines you own. Second, and I'm not saying this to scare you, I'm saying it because it's true, packed lint in a hot pipe is how houses catch fire. Thousands of them, every year. You can buy a brush kit for it. It's a long, flexible rod, costs less than 1 service call, and you use it once a year. Pull the dryer out, take the pipe off, run the brush through, and marvel at what comes out. You will not believe it the first time. Your clothes dry in half the time afterward? That's not a bonus, that's what you were supposed to be getting all along. Number 6, put your hand on the toilet tank once a month and listen. A running toilet is the quietest thief in the house. It doesn't gush. It whispers. It seeps water from the tank into the bowl all day and all night, and a bad one can waste a couple 100 gallons a day. A day. People get a water bill that's doubled and blame the water company. It's the toilet. Here's the test, and it costs nothing. Put a few drops of food coloring in the tank, wait 20 minutes without flushing. If color shows up in the bowl, the flapper, that rubber piece at the bottom of the tank, isn't sealing anymore. A new flapper is $5 at the hardware store and installs in 10 minutes with no tools. $5. The plumber would charge you $150 to do the same 10 minutes. And I don't blame him for taking it, but you don't have to hand it over. Same habit covers dripping faucets. One drip a second doesn't sound like anything. Over a year, it's thousands of gallons. Fix the drip. Okay, we're halfway. Everything so far has been machines and pipes. The back half is where the money gets bigger, because the back half is food, heat, and the stuff you buy. And number one is a habit that costs nothing at all and quietly outsaves everything else on this list. Stick around. Number 5. Wash almost everything in cold water. Somewhere along the line, we all got taught that hot water means clean. It doesn't. It means expensive. Around 90% of what your washing machine costs to run isn't the spinning, it's heating the water. Modern detergents are built to work cold, and for everyday laundry, regular clothes, regular dirt cold gets it just as clean. I save hot for the truly nasty stuff. Sickness in the house, greasy work clothes, that's it. And here's the part they don't put on the detergent jug. Cold water is easier on the clothes. Hot water fades colors, shrinks things, wears fabric out faster. So you're paying extra to heat the water and paying again when the clothes wear out sooner. Turn the dial to cold and you save twice on every single load for the rest of your life. Unsexy? Completely. That's the point. Number 4, shop your own kitchen before you shop the store. Americans throw away something like a third of the food they buy. A third. If somebody stole a third of your groceries out of the cart in the parking lot, you'd call the police. But we do it to ourselves, slowly, in the back of the fridge. The habit is simple. Once a week, before you make a grocery list, open the fridge, the freezer, and the pantry, and build 2 or 3 meals out of what's already in there. That half bag of rice, those carrots going soft, the chicken you froze 3 weeks ago and forgot. Then the list you take to the store is only what's actually missing. I keep a piece of paper taped to the freezer with what's inside it, because a freezer with no list is a burial ground. Things go in and they never come out. Write it down as it goes in, cross it off as it comes out, a pencil and tape. That habit alone is worth more per month than most people's streaming bills put together. Number 3, once a year, in the fall, walk your house with a candle. I mean it literally. Pick a windy day, light a candle or an incense stick, and walk it slow past every window frame, every exterior door, every spot where a pipe or a wire comes through a wall. Where the flame dances, air is moving. And air moving means heated air leaving and your money leaving with it. Your furnace doesn't care why the house is cold, it just runs more. Then fix what you found. A tube of caulk is a few dollars. Weather stripping for a door is under 10. A door sweep for that gap at the bottom, you know the one, you can see daylight under it, a few dollars more. One Saturday afternoon, maybe $30 in materials, and heating experts will tell you a leaky house loses a big share of its heat exactly this way. You could spend thousands on new windows, and the window companies would love you to. Or you could spend $30 sealing the ones you have. Start with the $30. Number 2, give your things one maintenance day a season. This is the habit that quietly replaces the replacing. 4 times a year, one afternoon, and you go around and take care of what you own. Oil the hinges and the tools. Tighten the screws working loose on the chairs, and the cabinet handles a wobbly chair isn't broken, it's just loose, but leave it wobbly and it will break. Sharpen the kitchen knives and the mower blade. Run vinegar through the coffee maker and the kettle to clear the scale. Check the caulk around the tub. Because water sneaking behind a tub is how a 50-cent bead of caulk becomes a $2,000 rotten floor. None of these things takes 10 minutes on its own, but nobody does them, because there's no deadline and nothing's on fire. So instead, we replace the chair, the mower, the coffee maker, eventually the bathroom floor. Almost everything in your house was built to last a long time if somebody tends it, and to fail early if nobody does. Be the somebody. Put it on the calendar like a dentist appointment, or it will not happen, I know, because I skipped it for years and paid for it in dead appliances. And number 1, write down what you spend. Every dollar for 1 month. I know. You wanted a trick, and I'm handing you a notebook. But hear me out, because this is the habit that funds all the others, not a budget. Not an app that wants to connect to your bank and sell your information sideways. A notebook and a pen on the kitchen counter, And every evening, 5 minutes, you write down what left your hands that day and what it was for. Coffee, gas, the pharmacy, the thing you grabbed at the register, everything. Here's why it works when budgets don't. A budget is a plan, and plans are made of good intentions. Writing down what you actually spent is evidence. And somewhere around day 12, you will find something. Everybody finds something. A subscription you forgot you had. The convenience store runs that add up to a car payment. The delivery fees, not one big leak, 6 little ones. The first month I ever did this, honestly, I found enough waste to cover our groceries for a week, every week, and none of it was anything we'd have missed. You cannot plug a leak you can't see, and this is the only habit on this list that shows you every leak at once. 1 month, 1 notebook. That's my number 1. Now, before I let you go, let me say the quiet part, because it's worth saying plainly. Every habit on this list has a company on the other side of it hoping you won't bother. The utility doesn't mind your clogged filter or your leaky windows. That's just a bigger bill, paid on time. The appliance makers don't mind dusty coils and lint-choked vents. A fridge that dies at 8 years instead of 15 is a fridge sold twice. The grocery store restocks the food you threw away. The window company would rather sell you $9,000 of glass than watch you spend 30 on caulk. And there's a whole industry of apps and gadgets built on the idea that saving money should be something you buy instead of something you do. Nobody's meeting in a back room about it. They just all make more when you don't maintain, don't check, and don't write it down. Neglect is somebody's business model. Attention is how you quit being the customer. So here's your first step, and it's the easiest one on the list. Tonight, put a few drops of food coloring in your toilet tank and wait 20 minutes. 2 minutes of effort, and you'll know right away whether you've been paying a silent water bill for months. Then tell me in the comments, which of these do you already do, and which one have you been putting off? And if your mother or your grandmother had an unsexy habit that I missed, I want to hear it. I read these comments, and half of what I know came from people like you. Next time, I'm going over the 10 things in the grocery store I flat out refuse to buy anymore and what I use instead, for pennies. You'll want that one. I'll see you then.